Hello, everyone. welcome to another episode of Dark Matter, our D&D in Space campaign. I am Simon, Wandering DM, and I'll be GMing tonight's game. With me, I have my cool cast of awesome people that are not in their right place. So let me just fix that real quick.
I'm the only one that's at the right spot.
You're the only one in the right spot, but that's okay. These things happen. We are professional.
It wouldn't be a Simon stream without technical problems.
Yep, indeed. Now that we're all here and all in the same place, the proper places, can one of you recap what happened last time? I seem to remember a wizard. I seem to remember a ship. I seem to remember an Elithalich.
I got this, guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so last session, everything went wrong because our fearless spider makes great decisions. So the wizard that he invited onto the boat, turns out, is not a human at all, but a some sort of undead nightmare mind flayer. But the only person that knows that is our engineer currently, which he learned that as the wizard demi-lich nightmare thing shrunk our void dragon for us. We reunited Avandra, aka the spider, with her son, and they went on their merry way. We reported into a Maw station where it turns out that we were more important than just about anyone on the station, and didn't get a whole lot done, but were able to get a couple things here and there. And then we leveled up, so that was exciting. Got some new spells, got some new class features, and I mean that pretty much covers the most important bits.
You left out, Captain, the very vital importance where this wizard, who we still think of as a wizard and not in a little lich, decided to cast Hero's Feast for us.
Oh yeah. There's nothing to worry about. Hero's Feast. It was just, the crazy wizard doing nice things for us. Definitely wasn't the DM preparing to TPK us at all. You're right.
It's a different spell than Hero's Feast. I call it Last Meal.
Wait. I would not have agreed to that.
It involved a lot of fried chicken, I recall. And
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, space fried chicken. Or wizard's fried chicken.
WFC.
Can anyone remind everyone where we're headed? Why this is our last meal?
Oh, we're all headed to the Sepulchre Star, and you'll all be fine.
Right.
I'm pretty sure everyone will be just fine.
Eddard, we're going to a place where there's a very large price on my head.
Can we simply disguise you? Like put a scarf around your face? I don't know.
Yes, put her in a hoodie. That works in Marvel.
No,
I know.
we just put some elastic tape around her cheekbones in a little mask, and that just hides anyone's identity.
Yep.
Feathers. There are feathers. We're not doing this. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure if I go into Frederick's wardrobe, there are a few wigs. I'm pretty sure it would fit.
Feathers.
Ooh.
Just
I'm trying
So-
here.
Let's go back to where we were inside Lola. With Doxy. Nearing the dragon. The spell was about to go off when last we spoke. And the Wizard of the Tower says, in its weird, tentacly voice, "You do not seem alarmed. I thought you would have shot me by now. You're muted also."
I've seen a lot of weird things lately. And I feel like now we're here for information more than anything else. Not to mention, you mentioned my parents. And I can't remember. Did I make an insight check when he mentioned my parents last time?
Let's check.
I'm
the
not
log.
super insightful, so
I don't think you did
okay.
at
Well,
all. I
let's
don't
go-
see you roll any insight.
I may have rolled in at home because I don't think I roll.
Well, you rolled a couple things like persuasion and everything in chat.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you if you wanna. You can do it again. It's not a problem.
Okay. Let me do an insight check because I want to understand. Like, come on. 15. Do I get a feeling that he's telling me the truth about my parents?
He's telling you the truth, but not the whole truth. He's withholding
Gotcha.
information, and you can feel it because there's a sort of eagerness in his voice when he talks about your parents. Like he wants to say more, but he either cannot or will not do it.
Cannot or will not tell me the full truth?
The full truth.
Or because I could not potentially handle it? Is that what you're saying?
Probably. You feel
Okay.
that there's no malice behind him keeping the truth to himself.
Got it. Okay. Also, you've been pretty straightforward so far. I tend to lean towards not having biases if I can help it.
That's a good
As
trait to
I
have.
like twitch with my gun. Besides, I could easily, well, I could have shot you anyway if I wanted to.
You could have. That would have changed our whole conversation.
Oh, of course. But I always shoot first.
A good reflex stat. Would you mind opening the cockpit a bit? I need to put my hand on Volan's.
And I like, there's kind of like a hard light display on either side, and I just press a few of the buttons.
All right. The cockpit
Sorry, I
opens a bit.
couldn't
The air inside starts pouring out and
Well,
escaping. Oh no,
no,
because there's
because
a
we
zone
have-
of atmosphere.
Yeah,
I forgot the zone of atmosphere. So no, the cockpit
it's-
opens. Nothing happens.
it's completely equalized. Yeah.
Yep. And he puts his hand on Volans and finishes saying the few magical words that he needed. And Volans goes from the size of a Moss station, which is enormous in size, and it shrinks almost in the blink of an eye to the small dragon you remember inhabiting your fridge. Size of a pony, almost.
Wow. I'm like taking notes. I must adjust my calculations for my shrink ray. This could work wonders.
Time. Time magic, that was.
I see. I mean, I suppose I had been manipulating certain things that do affect time. That's hence the black hole and various other elements that happen during that. And I'm just taking notes of like fascinating.
No, and he adopts his other form of the wizard with the blue beard and the Hawaiian shirt and the cowl. Now, what say we go back to your ship?
I warn you, I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so if I tell the crew...
Will they really believe you that I am an undead aberration of untold years?
Well, since I record a lot, and like Loxy's over here, like nodding, yeah. I do have video footage. I'll archive it for now.
I don't want to
We'll see.
scare the rest of your crew.
We'll see what happens. And I assume that they've hopped back into the cockpit.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's holding Volans with him. It's taking a lot of room inside the cockpit, but there's you, Volans, and the wizard.
We're all like small creatures, right? So it's like.
Well, he's
Volan's
medium.
Oh, is he? I thought he was like gnomish and or no, that's right. He was larger. Okay. Well, with me being a small creature, there's like it's pretty tight. I'm like Volans' tail is like right in my face right here. I'm like, okay, closing cockpit, and like have to reach around Volans to like tap onto the thing to close the cockpit, and then with a deft smoothness, I cruise back over to our ship.
All right, for everybody else, this took a good half hour, almost 45 minutes. And the ship Lola docks back into the Scarlet Trust.
When I'm on my way back, I do like message the crew, and I'm like, "Mission accomplished. On our way back."
All right, good to hear. Good to hear. So, as soon as you get back, we'll make our way to the Sepulchral Star, where I'm sure there's not going to be any problems for us.
Oh, of course not. We never face trouble.
Nope, never. Especially since we know that there's, some mind flayers there already. It's going to be great.
They don't know we're coming.
So great.
I will initiate the danger zone protocol.
I am so ready for this. Let me just go ahead and don my 80s theme costume.
Mhm.
Danger zone.
It took, 12 minutes for a reference to pop up?
It
Hey,
wouldn't
man.
be a Simon Strain without a reference to Top Gun.
All right, so
So,
are they doctors? Anything complicate that?
Nah, man, I'm a fucking ace pilot.
All right. I mean, if Simon agrees with you, I'm all for that. So I mean, I guess
I could do a really fancy like slide in move and make a piloting check and see what happens.
well, yeah, if you want to get fancy, you're gonna have to make a check. But otherwise, I assume you know how to pilot properly. That even if you're slightly over encumbered in the cockpit, it doesn't, alter your piloting skills in the least.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's roll.
oh god.
And there goes Lola.
Let's see.
Just-
What does this get me again?
Piloting?
Don't do this. We've seen what happens when we do this.
I'm just waiting
No,
for the
no.
cascading ones now.
No. I do have this. I mean, the smuggler. This gives me advantage when I'm trying to. So, I have advantage on pilot checks when I'm trying to do it stealthily or concealed. So let's just fucking do it.
Is this stealthily?
I got a natural 18 plus 7. That's a 25.
Yeah, you
20
approach the
right?
ship in such an angle that it surprises everyone when you do show up on the radar.
Like a glove.
Yeah.
Oh,
You slide park the
Oh my
ship
God.
inside the hangar bay. It fits in perfectly. You do not hit anything with the wings. It's like you said, like a glove.
And there's a army of Wizmos just applauding you.
Weaving little signs like 10, 9.
Yeah, exactly. No, I do a flyby. That's what happens. Like sneakily do a flyby. I
Oh.
buzz the tower.
all right, Maverick. So let's get you in here, and I need you to navigate us to the star.
All right.
I'm going to take my leave now.
Anything else we can get you as you depart?
No.
I
We
do
might
have
see
one
each other
question
again. Yes.
before you leave. I'm not sure if you answered that. Do you know who put me on ice?
Yes.
Insight check. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that.
Care to elaborate?
Oh. A small movement called the Resistance.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's right.
Am
The
I
awakened-
aware of that movement?
Well, no, you were put on ice without your consent.
Right, but are they still there? It's been 200 years.
That I would not know. They seem to operate out in the shadows of Lakshay.
You mean like how another certain organization operates in the shadows?
There's
You
a
know,
lot
maybe
of-
in a maybe they call themselves the Wizards in the Tower.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not the same party, I should say.
No, I'm not the resistance. If that's what you were aiming for, our
Yes.
No, I was just saying, an organization that operates in the shadows, would presumably, keep check on another organization that also is attempting to operate within the shadows.
But if I tell everything, Captain Highhail, isn't that going to ruin the fun?
So it's not that you don't know, it's that you won't tell.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah, I had a feeling. And sometimes you can still enjoy things and still have them spoiled for you. Just to consider that.
I'll keep that in mind for the next we meet.
All right.
In the words of a grand prophet that I know, it's all right. You can keep your secrets.
Frodo Baggins.
Yes.
So you're taking your leave. We gotta avoid Dragon back. We've gotta rescue some people on a star. Is anything else holding us up? Anything we should know before we go to the star?
He just winks at Doxy and says, "Nope, nothing."
Insight.
Oh, nothing. Nah, we're good to go.
20.
Yeah, he's definitely
Hiding something.
mischievously hiding something.
Doxy, you're gonna explain something as soon as he's gone.
What? I'm just up here doing my checks around the navigation. We're all ready to go, Captain, whenever you are.
Well, let me pop out. Bye bye. And he
Okay,
disappears with a
Doxy,
pop.
spilled the beans. What?
What? I'm just looking at my dice. Don't mind me. What?
Can we be on our way at least, like that we can discuss while we're traveling at
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
void
Definitely.
speed?
I just want to check.
Well,
I would assume that we were heading out as we're having this conversation.
Yeah, it's not going to be an unassisted jump since you guys can just go back to the last Maw station. So I'm not going to make you roll for it. You can just go through the Maw station and repair the Sepulchre Star.
Okay.
oh, well, I thought Moss stations allowed you to jump to other Moss stations, not specifically to other.
Oh, yeah,
ports.
but like you'll jump to a Maw station near the Sepulchre Star.
Yeah, if you look at
I
the
see.
map, there's one close by.
Got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's equidistant to like 4 of them. So it's
Roughly-
like, take your pick.
Roughly how long a period of time do we have in this Doxy?
Simon,
Uh?
like how long do you're talking about? How long are we traveling?
Mhm.
Yeah. What's the?
What was your dark
distance
matter
travel?
engine again?
Level 3.
Yeah.
Level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Get to hop over to the jump table.
Yeah, where is the jump table again?
It is form searchable, so if you control F, it can help you. Which is what I'm doing right now.
Class 3. Class 3 dark matter engine.
No, yeah, we know it's class 3, just remembering
yeah,
the
jump table doesn't it doesn't give anything.
Is it might be the dark matter engine table. Dark. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've had to look this up.
Dark matter engines 137.
Ah, there we go.
not really 137.
You lied.
No, your table of content is wrong.
Oh, is it? Oh, shoot. That's not what I want to hear. Is
Yeah.
it not wrong in the sense that the page number is wrong, or the PDF page?
No. The page that it states is wrong. It says 137, but it's on actually page 147, which
Yeah,
is 157 in the PDF.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, God.
20 days to cross the whole galaxy. In this case, it would take you 5 days. Because you're crossing a quarter of the galaxy.
Well then, Doxy, I'm going to... Captain, if you do not require me, I'm going to go prepare myself for this excursion.
Yeah, feel free.
Don't get dead in the next 24 hours. I'm going to decompress and then be better prepared for this.
So we've got 5 days to do something, huh?
Yep.
To prep.
Yup.
Let's see.
So if there's anything that you wish to do,
I'm just double checking. You said mechanically the Hero's Feast doesn't count the travel time, right?
no, in this case, it's a special Heroes Feast. It's gonna last until
It's like a week long or something like
it's
that.
a week long, yeah. So its effects are gonna last longer.
Interesting. So, question for the group.
Mhm.
I'm not sure exactly how Simon ruled this last time, because I'm always tinkering on stuff, and that's kind of like my assumed background where I'm always kind of tinkering on stuff. So, depending on how Simon rules this, we could have items that I could build, or I could upgrade Lola, or
You can answer my questions about this wizard that I've asked about.
I don't know what you're talking
no
about,
time.
Captain. I don't have time for this. I've got so much work to do, and visit Hurley, working on projects and all that kind of stuff. What I will say is, Captain Anders, you get a message in the middle of the night at one point
Mhm.
with video footage of the conversation that that the Illithid wizard and I had. So you'll be savvy to it, and you can do with it what you will, but Doxy is not going to talk about it.
Anyone passing by Anders' room in the middle of the night might hear some explicitives being shouted as he watches this video.
Well, here's the great irony. The only person whose bedroom is on the same floor as you is me. And the only person whose room is my room is far away from you, but my medical lab is directly across from your room. So, which would have led to Kebachet coming out with her notes going and knocking politely on your door and saying, "Captain, are you all right?"
So I answer it, and then it just look, and I just play the video. And I'm just kind of clearly just done.
I mean, you see Doxy immediately pull out a blaster, and then he mentions his parents, and Doxy's like,
"Oh no, I'm not upset with you. I'm not and just God damn it, I was already having some issues with this.
Captain, I have some very intriguing issues about the science behind this, because I am aware that the gentleman injected himself with my vaccine. We did double check this. We verified this. I verified that the vaccine is missing. So how does one who isn't a Illithid vaccinate against themselves against a Illithid?
I mean, so it kind of looks like an Illithid that we've seen, but it kind of looks like a corpse,
Well, it's undead, which is just another thing that I usually rather aware of.
Well, I get that. I'm just saying that the reason that the vaccine probably didn't work is the same reason vaccines don't work on corpses.
Well, this is true. Captain,
Yeah,
can I be bluntly honest?
sure, yeah.
This is not in my top 10 of things to be concerned about at the moment.
No, I've got a million things that I'm also concerned about as well. It's just it's another thing. It just always seems like there's another thing, you know. Like anytime that we solve a problem, I just wait for the other shoe to drop, and there's like 3 new problems that show up. You know, like undead, illithid, question mark ally. You know, it's just.
Might I prescribe, Captain? This is my sound advice as a medical professional. Do you understand? This is coming from a place of medical care for you, Captain.
Okay.
Have yourself a very, very large drink or 6, and don't worry about it for the next 24 hours.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to take those drinks between now and.
We still have 2 days. It's fine. You can use one to sober up.
Fair enough. I might start now, and then I'm just gonna leave, close the door to my room, and go to the kitchen and get some drinks.
You would see that Kebachet is walking in the same direction as you, and instead of turning to go like she would go to her room, she walks into the cockpit and is just kind of rubbing her wrist as she does, and she's just staring out the cockpit as she does.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like rubbing her wrist like it's sore, or
Yeah.
okay. Noted.
I am totally in the cockpit playing Galaga.
Kebachet walks in and she acknowledges your existence, but she doesn't say anything about your. I'm like, she knows what you're doing, but she doesn't pay any attention to it. She doesn't say anything.
I needed a break from studying.
That's your choice. I'm not going to comment.
Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
You say that a lot, and everything is not always fine.
She doesn't say anything. She just shakes her wrist and kind of cracks it a little, and then just stares out.
Dreading our arrival, I suppose.
It's complicated.
I bet. Too bad we can't just blow the station sky up, I suppose.
That wouldn't really help anything.
No, but wouldn't that satisfy you a little bit?
No desire to end the work. Well, that's not true. I'd rather people revolutionary, Eddard. That's not me.
Me neither.
But apparently you're going to become one.
Says who? Aside from the wizard.
I just fear something will happen that.
I really don't see myself as the leader of a planet, nor the leader of a revolution.
I don't think it's about being leader of the planet, Eddard. It's you can be a figurehead in a revolution whether you desire it or not, unfortunately.
Like being a poster boy?
Yep.
And of course I have no say on this.
Very rarely. I'm sure the captain will eventually finish out his lawsuit for libel and fraud and religious discrimination that he's filing for me against that piece of theater, but the reality is I have no say in whether it exists or not. I can merely comment on its accuracy.
Good point. Hopefully they'll choose somebody pretty to play me.
Humans.
In our vanity, yes, I know.
I'm not quite as bad as elves.
Yeah, I have not met that many elves, but yeah.
You're in luck. You're about to meet a shit ton more of them. And they're just as prissy and stuck up as you've ever believed.
That's not gonna end well somehow. I feel like me meeting elves is gonna end up with so many more problems.
We'll shove Doxy at them. It'll be fine.
Maybe we're gonna find more children.
I'm minorly concerned. I'm quite sure that I'm older than Doxy, and given his rate of reproduction, that's slightly scary.
The man's been busy.
Whatever. And she just kind of stares out for a minute. Have a good night, Eddard.
You too. Sleep tight. I'll make sure that the ship doesn't crash into any incoming celestial body.
If
I mean,
were
I
there
did
so
unplug the
lucky-
computer to plug my Galaga machine.
You can't unplug it. I've already put the antivirus on it. I did it this morning, as I do everything, and God, if I was only so lucky, third time's the charm, as they say.
So what did I plug the Galaga machine into? Doxy, I might need your help. I might have messed something up.
Do
And the
you want
camera
to play a
pans out.
game?
The camera pans out and you see the cables go from the computer that Eddard was sitting at, and they go all the way up to Twitch's back, where Twitch was actually using the cables to recharge itself. And yep,
It's gonna have a low battery. That's okay.
draining the battery of your own follower.
He's doing
play
me
Galaga.
great service.
Uh-huh.
Dying for the cause.
I would say that on the first day, or like as I would put everything in navigation, and then on the first day I'd pull everyone into the war room, or the strategy room, we'll call it. If everyone could come to the strategy room, I have some thoughts and ideas, and I guess we're getting ready for something. I'd like to know what to prepare.
I'll be there momentarily, Doxy.
And this is the afternoon after I drank massively,
Oh yeah.
or then okay.
I'm gonna unplug Twitch so he can come with.
I appreciate the fact that you're the one that's drinking massively. Okay.
Oh, It's just the amount of shit that he's had to deal with. Because there's every time we solve something, there's 3 new things to solve.
It's always the case, Captain.
So yeah, Zendak rolls up when he's called. He's wearing sunglasses and just kind of nursing his headache. One of the tie's actually a little loose. Top buttons not buttoned.
Captain, you're looking a bit disheveled.
Don't you have no shame with that tie so low?
Kepachek comes around behind him and literally just inoculates him with a hypo spray and says, "There, that should make you feel a little bit better. Both analgesics and some electrolytes to improve your overall status."
Yeah, that a little bit.
We have a very attentive doctor.
Yes, very. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on?
Well, while we travel to the Sepulchral Star,
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of different choices here, and I hold up a ring that I had purchased, or can we say that it's more like a bracelet, not necessarily a ring, but it's like kind of equivalent in terms
Can
of
look like
you
a
know.
bracelet. Yep.
Okay. So I hold up this bracelet, and it has arcane runes in it, which Doxy holding up arcane runes is like. Anyway, he's like, well, I was browsing through the I had seen these in the flotilla before, but obviously of Gnomish design. And I found this in the Moss station we were previously in. And he goes into explaining this is a device that will allow us to survive in space and even navigate in space if we were ever to be ejected into space. And so I could work on something like this just in case something happens, or if we need to make a quick escape, or something like that, or if we need something, if we need Lola for different purposes, I could be working on that. And there's a multitude of other things I could be doing, but I figured as the engineer of the ship, I'd offer myself.
I think if it's up to me, I'd say, if anything, we need more firepower. We have all sorts of handy little utility tricks, which I'm a huge fan of. I mean, that's kind of something I'm a little bit of an expert in. But when it comes to, we're gearing up to face an army, and we've got, I pull out, my blaster, and it's like, it's fine, but I think we need something with a little bit more of a kick.
I see.
Have you seen the armory? It's filled to the brim.
Remind me, is it filled to the brim with standard weapons, or these magic weapons? It's been so long since
there's a few magic weapons that I gave over the course of the game. There's a standard carbine +1. There was the 2 swarm pistols. Don't remember who has them.
The Rack and Ruin you left because gave it to Twitch. Doxy has the +1 sun staff.
Nope, that's a +3.
2.
1, 0.
It's a +1 sun staff.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like a +2 or 3.
That's a
No.
+2. I noted it.
Oh, it's okay. So it was a +2 sun staff, and Kevichet isn't touching it. There's a... She's not. There's a double
Alright,
laser
fine.
sword. There's a +1...
Any weapon.
Yeah, any weapon is a plus. There's an attachment that you can go into any +1 weapon. You can make any weapon a +1. And then we've got
2 attractor mine, 4 standard carbines, 4 leather armors, 4 maces, 1 laser sword.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I think Edard has the double laser sword.
Oh, and then we have that module that helps with concentration.
No,
The graft, yeah.
Yeah, the graft.
Yeah, for
Where
spell
did I put
concentration.
that?
Well, that you put it inside your body.
We don't have it. Well, no, you hid it away it was still on the table when Amanat left. That and Ankh. I think we still have the Ankh.
Yep.
I also have this note, Simon. I'm sending it to you in chat. Back from session or the first season, I think. Yeah, it was anything and everything important from the mines, Prospector,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anything and everything important about that. I mean, there weren't any weapons per se in the mines. You do have what would be the equivalent of a couple of laser jackhammers. There were shovels, pickaxes, but the rest was machinery that they would use to transport the adamantine pieces of the meteor.
Oops.
Elsewhere.
And can you remind me about Rack and Ruin? I know you said Twitch has them, but I don't remember what they did.
Both have to be fired, and if they don't hit a target, you take 1d4 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so they punish you if you miss.
Basically, they both need to be fired
Mm.
in the same turn.
Okay.
Otherwise, they punish you.
Okay. And dude, what's their positive effect?
They're +2, right? +2 swarm pistols.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. All right. So we do have a bit of an arsenal. It's been. I had a little bit to drink last night, so my head's a little fuzzy. But something if you wanted to work on something like a wish list type item for me, I could use a Thaumatonic rifle, if you've ever heard of one.
I feel like I.
Check Zoom chat for.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been informed about this weapon 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something that Doxy would know what it is, though gnomes on the flotilla don't use it because it's intrinsically linked to casting spells.
Right. So I'd be aware of the technology, but I'd be like, that's just hearsay.
Yeah, I mean, say what you will about it, but it'd be quite helpful for my particular skill set.
I see. And so, would that interfere with the shield that I gave you as well, though? Because it's a rifle. It's a two-handed weapon.
No, I don't have a shield. I have a ring of protection.
No, you have the shield that I
The
gave
bracer,
you.
yeah, the bracer shielding.
That was
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought it was on mute.
I don't have that written down.
He gave everybody one.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone should have an Enigma
Personal
ring.
shield emitter. Is that what it is?
It's the energy shield bracer.
Oh, energy shield bracer. Okay.
And then everyone should have a reflex holster. Everyone that uses guns.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't been using the energy shield bracer, just because I'm usually using a two-handed weapon anyways.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because I've been wielding my longsword with two hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And now that we've made some adjustments to the investigator, I can stop doing that. But yeah, I need my AC is decent enough for where I want to be on the battlefield, that I don't necessarily need an energy bracer, as cool as they are. And I can always wear that and still be fine just in the event that I do need it. But the Thaumatonic words, the rifle, yes, Thaumatonic rifle would help since it will up my DC on my spells.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Doxy, figure that we are a day and a half out from launching ourselves onto a star with a bunch of people on it that want to get inside your brain.
We're 5 days out.
Not if
because it's a 5-day journey.
Yeah, but if it's the day he woke up drunk, then we're already later.
No, I'm saying I'm asking this at the beginning of the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
there's some timey-wimey things going on, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
All right. Well, you have 5 days.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking now.
I focus on whatever one thing that you think is the most important. I will tell you that the last 2 times I've tried, well, it has been informed that I've been on my way to this particular location. The ship I was on blew up.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
Well,
So take that under advisement. If the captain wants more things to stab and shoot people with, then that's what the captain should get.
well, how about this, Simon, for expediency? you'd offered a couple of days to build an uncommon item, so a +1 thaumatonic rifle would be an uncommon item.
That's a rare item.
It's a rare, so it would take all 5 of your days. Because you already have the +1 modifier thing, so you could probably just jury rig something. Well, not jury rig, but repurpose the +1 module into a proper thaumatonic rifle.
Well, we have a carp. All right, how about this? Because as much as I want to build you something, Captain, I feel like taking 5 days that will help one person versus 5 days that will help
Oh yeah, I mean, if it's going to take
everyone.
do it. Don't, we can get this done later. Just, I trust your judgment. Build whatever you think. I know that that's something that'll be useful for me eventually.
I mean, Captain, why didn't you just buy one at the Moss station?
I checked. They didn't have anything of note.
Ah, I see.
Also, if I have a particular preference for Gnomish tech, as it's a little bit more reliable. I can use it in the Dead Magic Zone, for example.
It is indeed more reliable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you ever buy one, I can always modify it to be Gnomish. Anyway, so for expediency, Simon, what I would say is that we'll adjourn this meeting, and I will work on, because I've already built defensive things for everyone for the most part.
Yep.
I will work on. Let's see. Well, on the project list for Lola, because does it have a remote piloting system at this point? I can't remember if we actually finished that or not.
Remote.
I know we had the mental stuff. I know we had
not
the
from
mental
within
stuff.
the ship. What you're talking about remote piloting is you're staying aboard the Scarlet Trust and you're piloting Lola from a distance, right?
Or from anywhere, as long as I have like a piece that connects to Lola.
That wasn't finished.
Okay.
You could finish it in the last 5 days that you have, yeah.
Okay. Well, one thought that I had was like to build weaponry onto Lola, or some sort of thing like that.
Okay.
Because I have that idea on there, which we don't necessarily have stats for it, but
you could retrofit the drill, since it's a laser drill, onto Lola. So it would have it fire a, laser powerful enough to dig through adamantium. Now the problem is, if you do that,
power.
Well, it's not that it drains the power, is that you won't be able to give the diamond back to the Sepulchre Knights.
Right.
Because you'll be keeping it for the purposes of that laser.
How about this? Let me work on the injection harpoons for Lola. Which that was like the hacking, disabling, force docking kind of procedures. That was the idea behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So I could help with infiltration of like a large ship and some such.
Cool. That would be possible with a because I mean it is a bigger undertaking. Make a circuitry roll.
All right. And can I get Rosemary to assist me?
Yeah, sure. You've got 5 days, yeah.
Natural 20.
Well then, you managed to complete it.
Which, by the way, is a 33.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Can I say that I accomplished 2 things in that time instead?
Yeah, 33. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say that I do is I get that, and the like reinforced hardlight shielding. So maybe like a +1 or 2 to shields of some kind. I don't know exactly how the ships work, so I wouldn't be able to say.
No, but I have the stats of the ship here.
Or the remote piloting system, I suppose. I don't know. What do you all think?
Where is it? Corvette, capital heavy cruiser, light cruiser, frigate. Where the hell is it? Oh, privateer. There it is. So we'll double the shield rating for Lola.
Or should I do that for the Scarlet Trust, guys? What do you think?
Probably the Scarlet Trust. Because Lola's a little Lola's a little bit more situational.
And we'd rather, as again I state, the last 2 times I was supposed to step foot on this particular space station or star, the ship I was on blew up.
All right, so then I will do it for the Scarlet Trust. So injection harpoons for Lola and reinforce the shielding with for the Scarlet Trust.
All right, the shielding for the Scarlet Trust goes from 14 to 28. You
Nice.
are as shielded as a Maverick Corvette ship, which is a class above your own ship. So you're already
We're
boosting
tanky
your
now.
ship. Huh?
I said we're tanky now.
Yeah, you're a tanky smuggler ship.
Come
And,
at us.
The other one, the injection harpoons.
Yeah.
They basically use the same attack roll as the ship has. Where is it? Interceptor, High Wind, Axiom Driver, Freelancer, Privateer. There we go. Yours was a Saber. Yeah, Saber, the fighter ship. So it's a +5 to hit.
No, it's +6 because we have +1 because you already did work on it.
Yep, that's true. +6 to hit.
All right.
Well,
So
no,
it's
we were at +6, so then whatever he adds.
No, that's it. It's the same attack roll as the
The
regular
harpoon is
attack
the
roll.
same
Yeah.
That was the regular attack roll. Okay, that's what's up.
So it uses a +6 to hit. Or I think when you're piloting it, you can, and that we're gonna have to recheck, but I think you can change that to your own attack roll when you're the pilot or something.
Okay, cool.
Or use the ships, whichever is higher. But yeah, and then from that point on, you can use the console inside Lola to hack, disable weapons, and do other stuff with it. Ooh,
Nice.
Thank you. Apparently the wizard will have left you a loot box.
Oh
Nice.
shit! He left us gifts.
We've got a donation. Thank you very much for that 500 bits donation. Let me.
Cat is happy.
The cat was certainly something.
Which cat? Where?
This one?
Again.
Yeah.
So
She's
it's
like,
a
what's going on?
silver loot box. So I'll roll that during the break, and I'll let you all know what's happening with this when we get back from break, which is in about 20 minutes.
Cool. All right. So with like unparalleled skill, you see Doxy like running around, probably first doing the harpoons, and be like, wow, that's some of my best work. And then you hear I would imagine Kevichet like yelling at him, "What are you doing working on Lola? Have you not told you the story of the time that like and
No,
like
no,
goes
she
in-
would not. She
No?
wouldn't.
Oh, talk about that?
She doesn't. Literally, that's the only thing she tells you about that event.
What that you've been blown up before?
That's it.
Okay. Well, that's what it's like. That's what I mean. Is like that's what you tell me that, and I'm like, okay, and like I would go off and work on the shields.
Oh, but no, but she would say it as throwaway line. She wouldn't make a big deal about it.
Oh, I see. So yeah. So in that regard, then Doxy would be like, maybe I should work on the shields.
Maybe I should spend some of those 4 other days doing something epic.
Okay.
And you do, and you actually fix, well, not fix, but greatly improve the ship's shield systems.
Yeah. We now have like hard light reflectors and like it's kind of like vibranium where it causes a dissonance whenever anything impacts the shields. It like
Oh, it makes the yeah.
It absorbs the force.
Do we have Galaxy class shields or merely, Challenger class?
I don't know that reference. Oh, wait. Galaxy.
Thank you.
I was like, I don't get the reference at all. Sorry.
I feel like I should, and I'm gonna be told it in like facepalm, but right now I'm not getting it either. So, right there with you, Simon.
Thank you.
Damn it, Captain. I'm a surgeon, not an engineer. That's what you have Doxy for.
Oh, I've never
Okay.
watched Star Trek, so
I have, so I should have known that.
Oh.
But
I've only seen the movie.
here we are.
Yeah. Anyway, so aside from Doxy working tirelessly for 5 days, Anders drinking tirelessly for 5 days. What are
No,
Kevin-
I take a break after like day 2.5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving your liver an equal amount of time to process everything.
Exactly. Like the alcohol helped my brain process everything, and now it's time to let my liver process everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm very productive these 5 days.
Edard, what do you do? Do you play Galaga tirelessly for 5 days?
No, I'm not a one-trick pony. I switched to adventure instead.
You switched to what?
Adventure.
Please tell me we got him the game station magic item.
I mean, it could be in the loot box. Who knows?
Well, it's like if he actually plays the game with the game station, then it gives him bonuses in combat next combat.
Are you saying video games improve your skills in real life? What is this sorcery?
Yeah. Check out their magic items section. It's pretty great.
I like this.
Mhm.
I'd also like to say that I think at one point he switches over to Joust, and Doxy and him like go at it for a full night.
Oh
Yes.
my. Phrasing.
All night,
Oh yeah.
hand on the joysticks, just ramming each other out of.
All
Don't know what
night
to say.
long.
Why don't you go take a shower?
I mean, at that point, it's the only thing logical that needs to happen.
I'm going to put out that Kebachet doesn't comment on any of this. She doesn't comment on the captain's drunken stupor for 2.5 days. She doesn't comment on Edard or Doxy not sleeping and overdosing on various sugar and whatever. She doesn't make any comments whatsoever.
I've changed my diet. Thank you very much.
Yes, and I'm sure that you didn't indulge in massive amounts of sugar when you were going all night on jousting.
Listen.
She also doesn't make any comments about them not sleeping or anything like that. She just doesn't.
Good enough. Do you do anything else during that time?
She spends a lot of time meditating and writing letters in her room and pacing and spending lots of time at night just watching out of the cockpit.
Okay.
Do I see you eating food?
Occasionally.
I might bring you a sandwich once in a while to see if you're hungry.
It's fine. You can leave it there.
Make sure to place it and put an olive with a toothpick. There you go. Let's just stay stable.
I don't understand the function of the olive then.
It's pretty to look at, and in the end, it's delicious.
I'm not sure that I have the same tastes as humans, but all right.
Give it a try. What's the worst that's going to happen?
We all die a horrible fiery death.
From a sandwich? If my cooking skills are this terrible, let me know. I'll load them into the cannon. Don't answer that. Just don't answer that.
Whitney would walk behind you and just let you know softly, Kebichet, that she almost whispers that if anything, I can make us something.
To eat or to survive a violent fiery death?
No, to eat if Eddard's cooking isn't up to par.
I'm sure it's fine. It's totally fine. And she's just sitting here rubbing her wrist. Have a good evening, the two of you. Go do something not here.
Okay. Whitney, how about you show me what you were thinking of cooking?
Sure. And you'll have a lovely dinner with Whitney that night.
Sweet. I leave the sandwich. With the olive.
5 days pass.
I pick up the sandwich.
The sandwich might be gone, but the olive's still there.
5 days later, and you arrive at you exit the Maw Station, the closest to the Sepulture Star. Already you can see ships in the distance, an armada of Avira ships protecting the area. Travelers coming to and from the Maw Station have to pass by some of these gigantic ships whose cannons are always pointed at anyone coming or going. In the distance, you see the giant ball of gas. It's bright and immense, even for, the distance at which you are. This is the center of the galaxy. This is where everything, around which everything gravitates. This is the Sepulture Star. And we're gonna take a break. And we're gonna come back.
Right.
See you in about 5 minutes, everyone.
Aight.
everyone, we're back. Oof, that was a little laggy. Yeah, I've noticed that we've been skipping frames from time to time, so apologies if the stream is a bit wonky for people watching.
You need to download more RAM.
So, we got to the donation during the break, and we rolled the item, and the item is a weapon wheel. It's a magical bracer that contains 9 extra dimensional spaces in it. When you press on it, there's a small hard light display of 9 slots that appear in a wheel, and you can just select which one, and then a weapon that you have stored within that wheel will be transferred onto your person. It's basically the Mass Effect weapon wheel, for those of you who are familiar with it.
And the question is this: can I retrieve a weapon as a bonus action?
No, it's only an action.
So I can't use my holster of speediness for that.
No, you'd have to keep one weapon in your holster of speediness, and the rest that you don't intend on using too often inside the weapon wheel.
Can do. And yes, I do need to be more badass.
So, you are faced with an armada.
Ooh.
It's not a blockade, they're not preventing people from coming and going, but they are keeping a close eye on everything that that crosses their line.
So, I mean, as a smuggler, I could try to fly us by unseen.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Nah, they're gonna see us coming anyway.
I mean, to my understanding, the aren't they kind of always here surrounding the Sepulchral Star, not getting too close as to infringe on the agreements they made with the elves and the Sepulchral Knight, but close enough to, be an ever-present reminder of their existence on the star, or around the star, rather.
Ding ding, you get a political point. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Technically, the star isn't theirs. So
They made it, and then they lost it after losing the Crusades.
I
So
see.
while they can show their guns to everyone, technically they aren't allowed to blow you to smithereens.
So
We're
we
talking
can just
about
go
these
by.
guns.
It's also worth noting that the elves don't have it either, because the Sepulchral Knights came in and was just like, hey, look, I'm tired of both of you, doing this fighting shit. We're going to take this over and take it from the both of you. Neither of you can have it. You're not playing nice with your toys.
Yeah.
And you thought that went over well?
I mean, considering the fact that there hasn't been a crusade in, a few
Two
hundred
generations.
years. Yeah,
Two generations.
Yeah, like 100 years. It's pretty good, considering how often they were happening before then.
So, Captain, then can we just fly through?
Yes.
I mean, unless the entire fleet's been taken over by, mind flayers, yeah, we should be fine.
All right. Well,
What are the
for safety.
chances that the fleet has been taken over by the Mind Flayers?
Flip
A
a
lot
coin.
less than you think.
or a lot more than you think.
No,
the-
a lot less than you think. I
I
did
mean,
check on that.
The leader of the, Inquisition was
Mhm.
taken over. I mean, I don't know how long he was taken over before we cured him, but
Yeah,
had access,
8 minutes.
presumably.
No, he didn't. That was the point. The minute he was infected, they took him and hid him away because they noticed his infection.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, they had
No.
the fake Aminot in his place.
Oh yeah, they had Ammon not. Right, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not
Well,
Amin.
for safety's sake, how about I just steer us through this then?
Just fly very casually.
I was about to say that.
All right, I'll fly casually.
All right.
Do you want to make a roll?
Yeah, make a pilot check to fly casual and not suspiciously casual.
All right. Well, would I be able to apply my ability to fly undetected or casual as a smuggler?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
because you're trying to not attract any attention. You don't want them to scan your ship and realize that there's a void cleric on board.
Cool. 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Let's see how well their scanners are. How good their scanners are. Well then, you pass by them multiple times. You even do a few flips in front of them. You barrel roll. You park the ship right in front of them. They don't see you.
I think they have a neon sign, Void Cleric here. Still don't notice it.
What were you going to say, Eddie?
I was just gonna say that we do the Top Gun flyby and they don't fucking notice. Like,
they don't. Not at all.
Their coffee spill in their face and they're like, "What the fuck?"
After like the third or fourth time you do this, Kevichek just kind of puts a hand and says, "Let's not continue to antagonize them. Well, I'm sure that your ability to fly is absolutely perfect, Doxy. You are wonderful, and I do appreciate everything that you do. Let's not push it."
But they're like ghost ships.
Yeah.
They really need to work on their sensors. They're terrible.
Now that might be possibly be true.
You know,
I have no comment on that.
Hey,
you know what's probably happening? The guy at the sensor station, or the person at the sensor station, is playing Galaga.
Oh,
Always, all the time.
I was gonna say, it might be just, that time of the day to do their prayers or something.
No, it's not.
Or just shift rotation.
No, the ships are active and everything, but you fly by without a hitch. And you reach the, let's call it, inner circle, past the armada. In the distance, your long-range radar can even spot elven ships doing about the same thing on their, towards elven space. Basically towards another Maw station. Everyone's flexing their guns, trying to look meaner than the other, trying to stake a claim on the star even though nobody can do a thing. You approach the giant ball of gas. That is the Sepulchre Star. There's a space station floating around it, which is where the Knights of the Sepulchre are housed. But if you remember what the Wizard of the Tower told you, you would need to charge straight at the heart of the star. And have faith that you're not gonna be blown to smithereens.
So, sorry, Simon, I should have written this down or something. Doxy would 100% remember this. The player, Eddie, is having unfortunate failure at this. What did the wizard say? What are we trying to do here? We're trying to enter into the
star and go speak with the old one.
Yep. The old one is inside the star. He's invited us to talk. He's been broadcasting, calling us, and so we have to go talk to him specifically.
Speaking of the broadcast, are we picking up anything?
Oh, it still does the whole
I'm getting a what is it called? Fifth Element vibe here.
So, the undead Elithid said, "Drive straight into the star."
Well, if you put it that way.
So, gosh, I mean, God, this is so. Am I really crazy enough to say do it?
Captain,
Yes.
on this, just have a little faith.
Oh,
Don't have faith in that. Have faith in me.
Okay. Doxy, straight ahead.
Aye, Captain. And like Doxy, while doing this, is like 100% trying to pierce the veil of this star. Thankful that he reinforced the shields, and like scanning the star for like the best route to enter into the star.
I'm currently fiddling with my various holy symbols from my opportunistic piety feature, the investigator.
It looks like Benny from The Mummy, just going
Exactly.
through all of them.
Yeah. It's like saying the prayers, like.
I mean, it's more like I'm doing kind of like, you know how people do like the coin tricks with their knuckles and stuff like that. So I'm doing that with like various holy symbols. Like I'll flip through one, like it kind of disappears in my hand. Another one of a different faith appears, and I'm just kind of like flipping through them like that.
I'm going to man one of the cannons because at this point we might end up in combat.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevitchut's just staring straight out, holding her holy symbol, but still rubbing her wrist at the same time. And standing there, watching.
Walter asks, Doxy, is this wise what you're about to do, this maneuver? We're about to enter a star.
Well, wisdom often does not. Well, actually, no, that doesn't lie into faith. But from a rational mind's perspective, no, this is something I've only heard of done rarely. Oftentimes with specialized ships that are meant to approach stars such as this. Thankfully, I've reinforced our shielding, so we should be good for a while. But maybe back up yourself somewhere.
Good idea. Let me do that right away. And he shuts down for the time being while he backs up itself.
Backs up. Oh, well, I suppose he's not going to help then. Fine, I'll do it myself. And Doxy will like just kind of like grip the control. Well, no, wait. What kind of controls would it have? It would have a steering wheel.
A steering wheel and a shifter on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
No,
it's a stick
it's
shift.
got like a yeah, totally. Oh man, what would it look like? No, it'd probably be more like hard light stuff, so it wouldn't have any grip. Probably like he'd put on some driver's gloves of some kind, just like.
And Kevitchut takes her hand away from her wrist long enough to just put a hand on your shoulder and says, "Don't worry, the void will guide you."
Into the sun.
Guidance. So make a pilot check. The DC to get into the sun safe, quote unquote, is 30.
What?
You enjoy
got
that
this.
D4.
Margin of failure will determine how much damage the ship suffers.
I'm assuming I'm using the help action here to give him advantage.
As you're sitting in the captain's chair, I'm assuming that's so.
Yep, yelling orders or something.
Well, and actually, as a star guide, you have advantage on saving throws against natural hazards such as radiation and high gravity you encounter in space and in a harsh planetary environment.
No, I don't think ramming into a star does actually count for that. But
Okay.
you have advantage thanks to the captain.
Okay. No, not necessarily for piloting check, but for like if we're
For future references.
Oh,
for the ship's saving throws against like or anything like that from radiation and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No problem.
okay.
Yeah.
Before I determine that I'm doing the help action, because I have another action that I could possibly do instead. What's your pilot bonus?
+7.
+7.
So with the natural 20, I would be
really
just
no better.
below.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to use the brace for impact action instead, which is one of my captain roll abilities.
Mhm.
And you can use your action to brace the ship for damage. Each time your ship takes damage before the beginning of your next turn, you can roll a d6 and subtract the number rolled from the mega damage your ship takes to a minimum of 1.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Pretty good.
you're not gonna have advantage. You're gonna have a D4 for guidance. So there's a slim chance that you actually succeed.
How about this? Because we are passing by the sepulchral star,
Yep.
right? And we don't want to be fired upon.
Mm-hmm.
Could I argue that I could use my smuggler trait once again to fly undetected?
I mean, the DC is already 30, so yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna say yes, but I'll increase the DC because you're not going in a straight line, but like it's already 30, so it doesn't matter at this point.
And technically, I could be going in a straight line. I'm just doing it in like, I don't know, a different way. I don't know. Anyway, or I could do like an arc thing where I'm actually going like this, so I actually gain speed and enter in at an angle. Anyway.
You're doing the Kessel Run in
Yeah,
17
exactly.
parsecs.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Make Solo proud.
Come on, baby. So I got a 21. D4. 22.
All right. Then I'm gonna ask each and every one of you to roll 2d10.
Is this going to be counted as multiple sources of damage, or is this going to be damage
It's
one
gonna
time?
be counted as damage one time.
Damn it.
2d10, you said?
Yep.
I got a 9.
25 plus 12, that's 37.
We all rolled really pretty good.
46 points of mega damage. Minus 1d6?
Yep, let's...
How much HP does the ship have?
What?
64.
So reduce that by 4.
So 42 minus the new and improved shield. 42 minus 28, that's 22 minus 8, that's 14. And the ship takes 14 mega damage. It is still in one piece. It's only at 50 on 64 hit points.
Captain, this is pretty fucking crazy! Sorry for anyone's ears that it's blew out.
You're holding
The shields
on.
are not holding!
The shields are fine. Shut up and drive, Doxy.
The shields actually give out
Yep.
after she says that.
No,
because
I'm
it's-
pretty sure they're not!
alarms
Stay on target,
blare
stay on
in the
target.
ship.
I'm
The
like
temperature.
pointing at pointing at the blaring alarms. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they're down. They're down.
Kevin, can you make your way to engineering and overcharge the ship?
Want me to do what?
Overcharge the ship. Channel your magic into the dark matter engine.
Fine. She's gonna walk down. She's going to run to the engine at engineering and overcharge the engine. What do I need to cast into that? Like just
It's just if you're a spellcaster, you can use an action to expend a spell slot with a level greater than or equal to the dark matters engine, so 3. To overcharge the engine, the shield recharges completely, and until the beginning of your next turn, power is invested into the ship's engine, increasing the movement speed by 50%, and every gun is allowed to make an additional attack.
well, she's only going to use a 3rd level spell because
Yeah.
no. I'm sorry.
The
But
main
the
thing is
shield-
we get the shields back.
Yeah, and so the temperature inside the ship will stop rising.
Question, Justin,
Hmm?
where's the ship's stuff? Because currently I'm in the pilot role. Is that correct? Because I'm not in engineering.
So there's the pilot role, which it's going to be in the.
What page is that on?
It's
That's
on
what I'm asking.
feats,
Oh,
I think.
No. It's in ship combat. So 179, assuming we're looking at the most recent version, final 1.1.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Captain, I've overloaded this engine. It's doing. Doxy, is it supposed to glow? I have no idea what it's supposed to be doing. It's glowing. It's doing weird things. It's very worrying.
That's fine. You did great. And like I'm looking at the shield monitor, just like, yeah, the
It's
shields are
going
back.
up. Yep.
hmm
All right then. Well, I'm coming back up to where you are because don't think I need it down here anymore. Oh,
I mean, there could be a situation where we need to direct power to, a system. It might not be the worst idea to keep you down there if you don't mind.
Captain, I'm a surgeon, not an engineer.
Well, an engineer's a pilot, apparently. So,
We
and
have
also,
two of them.
you're technically fixing the ship. And actually, yeah, I guess what we could do is maybe I don't think we're gonna be fighting anything. If Edward wants to come pilot while I.
Well, where are we, and how far off are we, and did we get into this bloody ball of gas?
You are inside the ball of gas at the moment.
we're inside.
And there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing. It's a sun. You've pierced through the exterior, which is strange because there should be like a molten core of some sort at some point. But you are surrounded by solar energy, by fire and heat and radiation. It's affecting the ship. But the shields are up. The shields keep everything at bay. And then the ship stops.
I'm gonna use our telecoms and just be like, "Hello, is anyone here?"
And then you hear clearly the...
Unfortunately, I am not proficient in hululus. Is there another language in which you can communicate?
Simon, would I be able to decipher this with my universal translator?
Actually, yes.
Oh, well,
Okay,
in that
so-
case,
I will shift my modular gadget into a universal translator, and Captain, use this.
so I put, kind of put the universal translator on the.
Into the ship's comms. Yeah, there's it has like a built-in port that you can like connect it to.
Hello, can you understand me?
Greetings.
Yeah, hi. We were told by a undead illithid to talk to you because you were sending out a call for the Scarlet Trust.
I've been
So-
expecting you for quite some time.
We didn't know you were looking for us. We didn't know what the signal was.
Not for the signal. You've been gone for quite some time. And you will be gone for quite some time more. Before you come back to me.
What do you mean?
I will show you. And the star just disappears. You end up in the black. The stars are different in the sky, so you know you're not in the same place that you were earlier. And you hear this communication on the intercom. Captain, they're upon us. Captain, we don't have much time left.
No,
And the Rothian fleet warps out or jumps out of the void all around you, pursued by a fleet of what you now know are Illithid ships. And you remember this vision. You've seen it before. When you were opening the doors to the other rooms inside the Scarlet Trust.
I think actually that was
Dread.
Dread.
I think I managed to miss every single vision.
So then
by
I
for
just-
did.
you-
No, I did. I saw them.
For you, it's
Oh,
going to be
gotcha.
completely new.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then you start to recognize some of the faces in those visions. They're like phantoms passing through you, running to and fro different places aboard the ship, like a well-oiled crew. You see an older Ichabod sitting in the captain's chair. Down in the armory, there is a dwarf that you recognized as the dwarf that was helming the forge machine on that mining planet. The one that you saved, that you brought to another planet. You see the giant lizardmen. The one missing an eye. Fighting for their lives against an illithid and a bunch of intellect devourers that warped on the ship. In another room, you see your friend, Chet the Vect. He's talking to Whitney. Well, a ghost of Whitney. She's crying, saying her parents have died, killed by those monsters. You now understand that the monsters weren't the Rothians that were appearing all over the place, but the Illithids. The ones that were responsible for the Rothians. And you see them fighting a losing battle, making sure that as many Rothian ships as possible could make it out of the galaxy. Other ships are around you, dwarven ships, Lakshayan battle frames. You recognize some of the purple and white frames of Lady Avandra, her personal army. They're fighting the Illithids, fighting a losing battle. Nautilid ships are just exploding left and right. There's a foundry ship that just decides to ram into one of the largest capital ships that the Illithid has. It explodes in a torrent of fire and steel, plasma and magic. The other ship cracks in half, killing innumerable Illithids in the blink of an eye. But even for all that, their advance cannot be stopped. And that's when your ship disappears. With it, everyone on board, dying for the most part. You come back to the star, to the old one. And you hear the that you can translate with the universal translator. So screw that mystery. It says, 2 seconds. It says your fight is not over. There is one more chance left. Things do not have to be this way.
Yeah, so to my understanding, the ship that we're in did come from the future, but I'm not a huge fan of that future that we just saw. I'd love to do something to change it.
And the voice keeps talking as if you were not even there. You see angels come into the ship and carry people outside. You're forced to follow them whether you like it or not. Your consciousness floating away, following behind the Celestials. They bring everyone inside the Sepulchre Star, which is almost a ruin by now. And through the magic of Olden, merge their consciousness. Ichabod, Whitney, Chet. And the others. All 6 of them. Whose acronym make the word Twitch. And their consciousness are melded together and put back inside the ship as the ship's AI. And the ship is flung back into the past by the old one, hoping one last time that someone can change the course of the galaxy. And the vision ends there.
Simon, just for my own imagery, so we're inside. We've breached the outer veil of the gassy sun.
Yep.
What are we staring into right now? Like, I know we just had a vision.
fire all around you.
It's just like
It's
blinding
orange.
light.
Yeah, it's orange and white and yellow, and there is nothing. Like,
so there's no
nothing
like
but that.
space. There's no space between that seems to like be kind of a vacuum with like a central core and like that.
No, it's as
Okay.
if you were floating in Jello right now.
Jello.
Oh, interesting. You know, just molten gassy jello.
Molten
you know.
gassy Jello. Yeah.
You're saying
Bit
the
of
ship is like it's floating in Jello. Yeah.
Yeah. The ship is like floating in Jello.
Okay.
You
Okay,
inside
so
the ship are
not
fine.
us.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so we saw that vision, and now he's talking to us again, or
Yeah, you come back to the present, and he says, "This is not meant to happen."
yeah, I would like to prevent that if possible. Yeah. So what can we do to make this not?
Every attempt so far was unsuccessful.
How many attempts have there been?
Thank you for the donation. It's gonna be either one loot box or 2 silver.
Oh wow.
I'll just ask.
Want me to roll a 1d6 to see how many attempts this has been made? Or do you have an
Actually,
exact number?
it's actually been over 100 at this point.
Oh shit! Never mind.
And every time something went wrong. This time, with the last of my power, I'm hoping that this will go right.
Out of curiosity, did you have another conversation with your counterpart about how this would all work out? Just curiosity.
My counterpart is the first to die in the war to come.
So that would be a no then.
Unfortunately, the being you know as the Void has already been compromised.
Well, I'm not going to necessarily take your word on that. You understand it's minor religious debate. However, I can understand. Why don't I just do this? It seems to me that two such beings such as yourself should, have a conversation.
Oh shit.
Would that improve your odds?
What I would like to know what he means by compromised.
When the war comes, the Mind Flayers will use the Void as a means of transportation. They will not use it gently as you do when you jump from one point of the galaxy to the other. They will rip open the Void, killing all the beings that live in it, turning the Void inside out, enabling them to appear and disappear at will through the galaxy.
So the Void has already been compromised, or will be compromised in the future if we don't change it.
If the war begins, the Void is the first to fall.
Okay, so it's not already corrupted and doing creepy things.
No.
We're good there? Okay.
My-
So, sorry. I will allow you to continue your conversation that you had that I jumped into there, Kevashet.
My brother is
No.
stronger than that.
No, it's entirely all right, Captain. I do apologize. I feel I should introduce myself and my captain. You understand protocols of these, of course. My name is Lady Katesh of House McKen, and this is my captain and a high topple. Doxy, our wonderful engineer, and Eddard Cade, heir to the throne of Lakshay. Now, is there a title that I should refer to you as?
Whichever you like is inconsequential to me.
I mean, that's pretty typical for deities, I guess, or creatures of this kind. I don't really care about those titles and stuff.
Fine. Then would it be to your advantage for me to facilitate a conversation with you and your brother, you said? And that way you can have all of the information that you need.
I already have all the information I need. This is not the first time. You've suggested it before as well, with a different crew.
I like these ones better.
Yes. Fate as a way to gather people together.
Have I always been part of the crew that comes here?
A handful of times, yes. Though once you came here as a king, with a powerful armada. That failed. There are many things in the galaxy that have gone awry. The work of the Illithids. Many things you have set right. Though you have greatly destabilized the order of things, this new chaos will probably be to your advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping when we, created some chaos with the whole taking down the firm thing, it might limit some of the influence the Lithid had.
It does. Right now they're all blinded. Blinded to your actions for a short while, which is why this might just work.
And what is this? Is it just us doing our thing, or you have something in mind?
Oh, I have something in mind, yes. The same thing I've asked the other crew before.
And what is that?
You need to find a key. A key that will let you unravel the universe and set things right.
So we need a key, and this key unravels the universe, and it sets things right.
You can use the key to defeat the Illithid once and for all.
I mean that sounds great, but what does this key look like? Where is it?
You know this key under a different name, for your mortal brains cannot comprehend its workings. You call it the Codex.
All right, so where do we find the... Wait. Okay, so I've heard of, something called Oon's Codex, which, I mean, you're people call you Old Oon. So this is your
indeed,
codex?
Yes.
All
a
right.
fragment of what was used to create the galaxy.
Yeah. Cool. So, where do we find that? It's there's a lot of people. D&D, AI, random treasure hunters, mercenaries have been looking for this thing for who knows how long, and you hear rumors here and there, but I mean I haven't seen anyone running around with it yet. So maybe you being Old Oon know something?
The Knights of the Sepulchre have a location. They've been keeping it secret.
And I'm sure that if I actually put effort into it, I could find it right away.
Okay, so the Knights have kept it secret.
On the Sepulchre Star, you will find it.
Okay, so it's on the
Not the Codex. I'm sorry, not the Codex. The information.
Information on where it is
yes.
on the Sepulchre
Star. Yeah.
Okay, and this information is being held in a place that's currently been infiltrated by the Mind Flayers?
Yes, a race against time. Already they have sent their assassin over into the Star Fortress station.
Do we know? So how long have they been on the Star? Because I feel like if they have any clue that this information is here, I mean, wouldn't they? Certainly, they would have already been on their way to get this codex.
They wanted to, but someone put a stop to it. One under the name of Aminot.
Oh, okay. So Aminot managed to stop it.
Stall them.
Them. Okay. All right. I mean, so quick question. So we don't know a lot about the Mind Flayers other than they have psychic abilities. They they get formed from other people's brains. They start as a tiny little parasite. You know, can you tell us something about these? We're kind of flying blind here.
Take this, it says, and out of thin air materializes this tear-shaped gem. It's warm and white, and it floats in the middle of the cockpit.
I take it as instructed.
This is the Metastone.
Okay.
And it gives you, Captain, or whoever touches it, the same knowledge you would have out of game about the Illithid. You now have it in game.
I was like, when you go to Metastone, I was like,
Yep. No, I was like right there with you.
damn it.
Didn't see it coming.
I took the fourth wall and I just wham.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been avoiding it for so long, you know.
Okay, so you're telling me that the mind flayers operate under a hive mind, and essentially any knowledge that one has, all of them have, yet they somehow retain some form of individuality while also being under control by this elder brain that's being held on its own.
Oh, Captain.
Yeah.
I do apologize. I just suddenly random thoughts. You understand? It comes to me at random times. I understand. But you said that they're being controlled by an elder brain, and that there's a hive mind, and there's therefore a mass connection between them to the elder brain. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I can work with that. We can work with that.
Can I hack the network?
Well, I was going to infect
Hack
it, but we
the
can do
brain?
that too.
Like, give it a
Hack the
code?
my elder brain.
I mean,
Well- No. Let's think about it this way. It's a hive, correct? Like any self-sustaining system or ecosystem or creature, you know, bees or ants or something like that rely on a hive existence, correct?
yeah, sure.
So you infect in. Have you ever seen the destruction of like a fire ant mound?
No, I wasn't one of those kids with the magnifying glass growing up.
No. Flying with a magnifying glass, that's not going to do anything for fire ants. They're usually quite common on desert planets, and you see them sometimes in various other places. They're rather vicious, and I don't recommend getting bit by them. If you see them at all, come find me. I will deal with it. But there are two options of dealing with fire ants. There is the burn it all with gasoline and hope that it gets rid of it, and it might or might not, depending on how things go. Or there's the other one where you infect and disease the center of the hive, the queen, or in this case, the elder brain itself, and that disease spreads out through the hive and the care that the hive has taken, and then destroys the hive from within.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured, regardless of what's in charge, we needed to cut off the head to kill the snakes, analogy.
That
so
never
yeah,
works very well.
I've had some success with it. The firm.
Yes, but I'm saying that if we actually, because they're a parasite, we know that we have their.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you. The thing, so yes, I mean, like, ultimately that solves a problem once we can get to the elder brain thing. Yeah.
I can find it.
Yes, but also if it knows what one mind flayer knew, and one mind flayer knew where the codex was, even if Aminet stopped the one that knew where the codex was, wouldn't every other mind flayer know where that codex is?
But none of them have found it thus far.
Even though they know where it is.
No.
So
They were
so
on
they
the
never
Sepulchre Star.
retrieved the
Yeah,
information.
They were on the Sepulchre Star
Okay.
looking for the information, and Aminot stalled them long enough that they haven't found it yet.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
now, and what the Olden is saying is that now the Illithid are sending their assassins to
Okay.
make things go faster.
I'm following now.
No
All
problem.
right, so
You said they're sending an assassin.
Assassin plural.
Do we know against whom?
Aminot as the first target. And then anybody that would stand in their way.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine, key figures of the,
It's like-
Sepulchre Knights and...
It's like a hit squad, right? The hit squad goes out and they try to retrieve this information. They get rid of whoever's in their way.
hmm
Yes.
So,
Well, this sounds wonderful. Wait, if the information is on the Sepulchral Star, I could potentially just retrieve it and erase it.
unless, they did something crazy like put it on paper so that you couldn't do that.
Maybe.
I'm not saying they did, just hypothetical. If I wanted to keep something secret, I wouldn't put it on the network. I would put it on paper.
Well, I mean, you don't have to put it on a network. You could still have it in a non-phys or not on a what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't want to say on a state drive of some sort.
Yeah,
No,
no, you could
What?
until someone asks, detect magic or technomancy or, any other basic spells to locate it. You put it
Well-
on paper and,
You could look at
use
the same thing.
No, because if it's not magical information, there's so many spells that just don't work. It's one of those things.
Your spells mean they confuse me. either way.
Even your technological scan is, like the beauty about paper is it's so outdated that
Oh.
it's now one of the greatest ways to encrypt information.
Captain, your love for paper just boggles the mind.
Mhm.
All
Monsieur,
this while talking to a star.
Yeah,
my
exactly.
apologies, divine entity, celestial. This is very bothersome for me. I try to be polite about all of these things. You wouldn't happen to have an ability to make an image of this piece of information so I know exactly what it looks like?
And you are sent the picture of what looks like a mutated brain with teeth. Like a
Is that-
Metroid.
Is that the information or the elder brain?
That's what contains the information as to the location of the codex.
Is it
What?
living?
It is living.
Oh, good. That makes it slightly easier.
Can
What-
it communicate?
Oh no, it doesn't even need to do that.
What is it?
It's a living construct. A being taken from the planet where the codex is currently hidden. I cannot say any more.
Is it actually a metagame question? Is this actually a creature?
It's a creature.
Good. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
so we have so why can't you say more? Why can't you give us more information?
Any information I give you now as to the location of this creature inside the Sepulchre Star, the moment you get out of here, the Mind Flayers will know. They are expecting you.
Well, I mean, we kind of had a feeling they were expecting us, but so I mean, if you could just tell us, you know where this creature's from clearly, so you know where the codex is presumably.
Don't, Captain.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
fine.
You're pushing your luck with a star here? Like, we're in a star right now, Captain.
Well, the star doesn't want the future vision that it showed us. I'm just trying to solve the problem as quickly as possible. We need the
Captain.
codex. Okay.
Captain. I've got this.
Oh, okay, we'll go through the Sepulchre Star. Fine.
You would make a fine oracle, Captain Highhill.
I don't even. What do you mean?
Well, should you one day come to serve me?
I can recommend serving a divine being. I don't know about particularly this one.
Let's not get the star angry about who should worship who now.
I'm so uncomfortable right now. Okay, so what is there anything else you can provide us? Any information or assistance to make sure that the nightmare of a future that you showed us doesn't happen?
I can provide you with this. And a loot box materializes on the deck of the ship.
God
I had to fit it in somehow.
You did fine.
damn. I push it
I
and
am a-
open it.
I am a god. I give loot boxes.
Oh my goodness.
Inside there are two things: an oversized Magnum revolver made of dark steel and polished wood. The cannon itself looks almost made out of living metal, like it seems to shift slightly under the light, as if it was moving on its own volition. And next to this gun is a figurine about this high of a winged silver Wizmo.
Well, we thank you for your kindness and we appreciate it. Would you like to have a conversation with your counterpart? I can facilitate that, if that is your desire.
No need to exert yourself. You will need all of your powers for the challenge to come.
I appreciate it, but no. Very well then.
Well, I will turn this ship around and get the heck out of here.
Before
Indeed you
we
will.
go,
Hmm?
could you do me one favor?
You're asking much.
For sure it's
Mortal.
not.
I mean, you're asking us to change the future. I mean, that's kind of a lot too, to be fair.
What do you want, Edward Cade?
Could you show me my parents?
And there is a vision that only you can see of you on the beach. You see yourself as a younger fella, back when you were still a child. Your parents are there, walking with you along the shoreline. And you see them, they're happy. Your family's reunited. This is not a memory that you've ever had. You're clearly seeing a construct, something made up for you.
My eyes are gonna well up and just tears gonna start falling
He's the
out of
only
my
one
eyes.
seeing this vision. To everybody else, there's just an Eddard crying on the deck.
It'll be okay, bud. And even if like he doesn't necessarily recognize that I'm saying this, I'm like patting him on his shoulder, or actually it would probably be more like his butt. So I can't reach his shoulder.
That is the right time.
And
Good
you are
game.
pulled back.
Good
Yeah, it'll be okay.
You are pulled out of your reverie.
Okay, so is there anything else we should know before we head out of the Hollow Star and to the Sepulchral Star to get
Well,
the information from the alien thing, to get the codex from the planet? Is there anything else we should know?
I mean, at least we have a direction.
No, I appreciate that we have a direction.
I would say that we probably want to know if the Illithid are.
I was
there
asking
now.
Oldoon, but
I know. I'm clarifying the question that we should ask. So, Aldun, are we going to encounter the Illithid immediately, or are they on the Sepulchral Star?
The moment you dock on the Sepulchre Star, their assassin is waiting for you. It knows
Excellent.
where you will arrive.
Excellent. Then we know how to end them.
And I have a couple ideas about how to avoid it if necessary. We thank you for your time and your consideration.
And like Doxy very awkwardly is like, thank you. Oh,
No need to
creature.
bow. No need to bow. You are soon to become either dust or the saviors of this galaxy.
Oh wow. Wow.
Now
No
that-
pressure then. No pressure.
That's a pep talk if I ever heard one. All right, let's do this.
Look at it this way, Captain. They're promising instant death or saviorhood. I take that much more highly than being captured by the Inquisition. So let's get this over with.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's been stressful. That's all.
Why don't you have a sit here? Would you like another cocktail? Just sit. Doxy,
No.
get us out of here.
No, I've had enough. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Actually, Doxy will be like, all right, so I turn us around and I get us out of the sun. But I'll immediately say, Eddard, would you mind taking over? I feel like we need to be in our best. I'm going to start repairs.
Okay, I can definitely get the wheel.
And
How,
while he pilots, I'll do the brace yourself as we leave.
Yeah, as you leave, you don't take any damage.
Okay.
It's as if the sun parts to let you escape.
Okay. In that case, I'm casting Identify on the 2 items that we just got.
Sure, I'll start with the Wizmo.
Okay.
It is a figurine of wondrous power. The silver flying Wizmo.
A
It
Wizmo
acts-
champion!
It acts the same way as a silver raven. Figurine of wondrous power. So
Okay.
what it does is you can use it to... It transforms into a small Wizmo with wings that flies. You can do so every 2 days. But basically you can leave a message with the Wizmo. A message that is as long as you would like. And it'll fly 50 miles per hour for up to 24 hours and deliver the message as safely as it can.
Okay, so essentially it functions as like animal messenger at will or something?
Yeah, except once every 2 days.
Okay. So wait, but it lasts for 12 hours.
24.
Then
24 hours.
okay, so it lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And while it's in the Wizmo form, for 24 hours you can use animal messenger at will, but then once it runs out of time,
You
needs
need
2
to
days
wait
recharge.
another 24 hours, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's like once every 48 hours you can use it.
Okay. And then what's the gun do?
Hey. Do you know what a Magnus Opum is?
Okay,
Yes.
it's the okay, so it's not magical. It's just
It's magical, but you know what the Magnus Opum is.
Yes,
Giant.
I'm familiar.
Yeah, giant, heavy, overheating, radiant gun.
Yeah.
And this one is a Magnus Opum of Vengeance.
Okay. And what does the
So
vengeance property
What does it do? Yeah, you probably won't find it unless you look for something called a Sword
like
of
sword of
Vengeance.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, this is cursed.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a vengeance weapon. Of course it's cursed.
Yeah.
So I
But
should not
it's
be
the
handling
curse-
it right now?
No, the
Don't.
curse within the Sword of Vengeance isn't that bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so for those of you at home watching, the Sword of Vengeance basically is a +1 weapon, but also you are unwilling to part with the weapon, keeping it on your person at all time. You have disadvantage on attack rolls made with other weapons than this one. And whenever you take damage in combat, you have to make a saving throw, otherwise you attack the creature that damaged you.
Oh,
As a bonus action immediately or on your next
Reaction.
turn?
No, not even as a reaction. Like, from beginning of your next turn, you have to attack this creature instead of anybody
Okay.
else.
and then something dings in my head. I can cast banishment. I cast banishment on the gun.
So then it becomes just a regular magnum opus with a +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Yeah, which is what it is other than the curse.
Yeah, which is, it says, alternatively, casting banishment on it forces the
Yeah, yeah.
vengeful spirit out. So the cannon stops twisting and shifting,
Mhm.
and it just becomes solid steel.
Yeah.
And there you have it. A
Eddard.
Magnus Opum +1.
Eddard,
Yes.
As you fly towards this star station,
Place.
small moon,
As I am a small creature, and small creatures are not allowed to use heavy weapons per the rules of 5e, would anyone who is not of small size like to use this
Guess
fancy
what?
weapon?
It's given by a god. You can use it if you want to.
Yay!
oh, here, keep that stupid weapon. And Eddard, when we get within, say, 1,000 feet of that thing, let me know.
Aye. Now I just need to find the rangefinder.
You know, why make things complicated?
Takes you about 20 minutes.
Are we being ailed by anyone?
Nope. The station is silent.
That's usual. That
No,
sounds
it's
about right.
Not ominous at all.
Not ominous at all.
Can I see any of the flak turrets to see if they're tracking us?
Nothing's tracking you.
Uh-huh. You want me to... Do you want to tell me where the creature is?
It's not within 1,000 feet of you.
Okay. That's okay.
So
She's keeping it up.
Simon, while we're flying towards it, I'd be repairing the ship.
Is there an action in ship combat to repair it hastily?
Yeah,
well,
it's
I brought
engineering.
Engineering? What does it do? Do you have the page for it?
Yeah, 1 second. Oh, what the heck happened to it? I had it just a moment ago. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Ship combat. I got the page here. Dogfighter, captain, engineering. Directing power, system repair. Oh, it's only when it's at 0 hit points.
Oh, I thought it was... Oh, that's for systems. I think it's just repairing in general, I thought.
There has to be a way to heal... Oh, damage and repair. There you go.
Are you reading the old version again?
No. I'm reading the Dark Matter final version.
Okay.
It takes a day performing repairs and a DC 15 technology check.
Oh, a day. Okay,
Yeah,
never
it
mind
takes a
then.
day and it regains mega hit points equal to your proficiency bonus plus your intel modifier.
Oh, actually, I have a thing for this. I have Greater Mending. I think can actually help us here. Let me link it in chat just to be sure.
Greater Mending?
Mm-hmm. Describe or name a creature that is... Wait, oh...
Note that the spell cannot restore lost hit points to a damaged ship.
Ah, dang it.
Nope, ship's too big. But yeah, you still have 50 mega hit points out of 64, and the shield I've gone back to 28.
Okay.
So you still soak the first 28 points of damage. Anything that could damage your ship needs to deal at least 29 mega damage. So 2,900 points of damage.
And I'll just kind of float around the thing for a couple minutes. Get a good flyby.
None of you find it unusual that nobody contacted us or shut us out of the sky?
I'm a little busy at the moment right now, Eddard.
Yes, we all found it strange. However, we just got done talking to a god. I mean, I
do that every day.
I have a question about whether or not it's a god or just some sort of ancient entity. It's all. I mean, there has to be a scientific explanation for it all. Honestly.
I mean, considering the Knights of the Sepulchre, as particularly the paladin-esque ones, are drawing power directly from Old Un. I mean, kind of draws credence to the fact that it's a god, or at least a godlike being.
Do the same thing with technology. Power sources come from all over the place. Anyway, that is another discussion.
I'm gonna need a pilot check from Eddard. If you're
Can I assist from engineering?
Yeah, if you weren't doing anything else. That would be a 21. Good enough to avoid the first volley of fire coming from their cannons.
Oh shit! I
knew it. Took a while, but suddenly people start firing at you. Though you do spot that, let's call them stories, on the 111th floor.
You mean deck levels or decks?
Yeah, deck level, if you will. You sense that the creature in question is somewhere on that floor.
Edard, could you bring us in closer to over? And she like kind of points where it is.
Sure. Can I? Let's dodge some gunfire.
Just bring us like right about there. You know, kiss the hull.
Can I also? I'm gonna try to end that fire or the gunfire. And can I hop into Lola and test out my new injection harpoons?
Yes, you can.
So I will technically be in the gunfight or no, the
Dogfighter
dogfighting
position.
role. Yeah.
Yeah.
But before I do that, I guess. Oh wait, that's too many actions. Maybe. I would do directional shielding to make sure that however we're flying in, that would be the most reinforced.
So it would be an action to do the shields, and it would be another action to change from engineering to. So that would have to be done kind of over 2 turns, since your changing role is an action.
Which is not so bad. Like you'll take 1 volley, but you'll have the you'll take 1 volley. I'll roll to see if they hit you.
We've got the shield up. So take your shields, whatever. And I'll just park us right there. Parallel park very nicely. I don't really care if you scratch. I'd care if you scratch the side of the Scarlet Trust. I don't care if you scratch the side of that piece of shit.
I mean, if we're docked, then could I just activate the harpoons?
You're not docked yet. From what I gather, you're flying next to the Sepulchre Star, next to the space station, and trying to keep as close as possible to the space station.
Right.
But you're still flying. It's just you're hovering.
Okay.
So you could take Lola out because you'd have to go down like 100 levels to target their gunner position.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It'll actually be better if we're parked. You know, it's like we park here and they're 100 levels down. You know, trying to hit us vertically will be problematic. Ed, are we there?
I'm gonna try to position us like so we have a smaller profile.
Do we have anyone in the gunner role?
No.
Right now?
Nope.
What role are you in, Kebashet?
I'm locating this object.
Okay, you're locating the object, engineering.
Creature, but
Okay, in that case, I'll say brace
I'm
for
currently
impact
engineering.
and use my action to reduce damage.
Do you stick to engineering, Doxy, or do you want to go dogfighting?
Well, I mean,
We don't have anyone on guns, which would be
yeah, I'll do
good.
dogfighting. I'll be dogfighting.
Okay. So you
Because then
hop
I have the
into Lola.
harpoons and I can take out systems and I can do all kinds of other stuff. So like rather than shooting back, because we're not trying to destroy them,
Mhm.
All right.
I can disable them.
Good. Then roll for initiative.
We do also have Whitney that could be useful.
And Rosemary as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
you
we
have
say-
enough of a crew.
Can we say they're on our guns?
Sure.
Whitney's on our guns and Rosemary's in engineering.
And yeah. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna
She's
say.
she's been an apprentice engineer this whole time, I want to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you remember how aggressive she was when you guys were playing laser tag. So if she's in a gunner position,
It won't be
Oh,
a
right,
station.
yeah.
yeah, she might go a bit
Go a little
fly
ham.
off the handle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be.
All right. 13 for Edard. 15 for Kebachet. What's your initiative, Doxy?
22. I got a natural 19, baby.
22 and Captain.
Okay. Sorry. Initiative 15.
All right.
By the way, thanks for letting me roll with my dice. I don't use them enough.
Not a problem. You're the first one to go. I have a 10.
Okay. So would we say that like switching to dogfighting was my initial action? and
Was your
then-
initial action? You're already in
Okay.
the dogfighting.
So I'm like, woohoo! Sorry, again, I as I like launch out of the bay and just I'm like doing spins and all kinds of craziness. All right, so let's see, dog fighting. Let me make sure I have this right. Dog fighting. Ship traits, ship combat. So I mean, I think my initial action is gonna be flying around, taking out their systems. And I mean, there's two things. I think there's, as a dogfighter, I do that in the ship's combat.
Yep.
Like that's actually part of ship's combat. Oops.
Where is Dogfighter? There we have it. Targeted attack, which is what you could do to disable. Well, it depends. You could target just the turrets and destroy them using the ship's cannon, or you could lock on using your harpoon and not have to attack with disadvantage.
Oh, it's with disadvantage to do that?
If you were to target just like one turret, because they're smaller.
I see. Yeah. So, and how would you roll? Like, so if I fire, and connect, would I then roll an additional like hacking check to, or what is it?
Yep, it would be a hacking check. Well, once you've
cool.
connected, so you still need to connect using your attack action.
Right. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll. Let's see what dice to use. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, I'm gonna use these two. Okay. Okay. So it's just a straight roll. Is that correct?
Straight roll, yeah. Well, plus 5.
Plus 6.
Plus 6.
Plus 6, yes, plus 6.
Okay, so 10 plus 6, 16.
You hit, and you connect with the base of one of the turrets. That is going to be your turn for now. Next turn, you can start hacking into it.
Oh, okay. But I can't do it like as a bonus action or anything like that.
Well, you're a
'Cause
good
the
enough.
harpoons-
Yeah, you're a good enough hacker. Go ahead.
Okay. What would this be? Interface
There are
kit?
6 turrets firing at you. Each
Oh,
slice
data
of
check.
5 for your data check.
Yeah.
So each slice of 5 that you roll above will disable one of the turrets.
So there's 5 of them.
6 of them.
6 of them. Oh shit. Okay.
Roll 30.
Yeah. You can attempt to hack devices even without an interface rig. You never lock after your attempts to hack them. Okay. Proficiency. Cool. I don't know if Loxy can help me with this.
Not in this instance. That would be a straight up data roll.
Okay. Yeah, let's use this one. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that was shit. But I still got a 16.
16, you disable half of them. Half of them are disabled with your hacking attempts. But there are only 3 more that are firing at your ship.
Okay. And we'll say I'm low enough profile where I'm not getting shot at right yet.
No. Well, they might, but not this turn.
Okay.
They were aiming for your the Scarlet Trust.
Okay. All right, Captain. I've disabled 6 of their guns. I'm working on the rest.
3.
Or
of
sorry,
their
3.
guns.
Half of their guns. Half of their guns is what I meant to say.
Great. That's thank God.
Captain, your turn.
Well, we all operate on. The ship operates on one turn, based off of my AC because I'm the captain. So the dogfighter being the exception because the dogfighter's not.
Is outside, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I'm looking at all of your initiatives. You're the one with the highest dexterity score, so I'm just
Yeah,
go
so I'm
with
just
you
saying
first.
we would all operate at the same time, so we can actually. I mean, it's probably better for me to declare which action I'm doing. We have one gunner or two.
One, Whitney.
Okay, and we have our shields are full up. I guess I'm going to use the fire at will action to give our gunner a. The gunner can then use its reaction to make one attack immediately.
Oh shit! Well, Whitney's gonna use her action.
Yeah. So I mean, she would be using her action to make an attack anyways.
But
And if
she's
she
attacking the turrets themselves, so she's attacking with disadvantage. But she hits nonetheless.
Cool. So that's. I'm assuming that's her reaction shot.
That's her reaction shot. That's not
Okay.
even her own action.
Okay, and
I need to check the damage on that. It's not gonna be long. I just need to get the smuggler.
The light cannon.
Yep. Do you have the stats for it?
Yeah, it's in the handouts on the roll 20.
Oh yeah, right. I got it here anyway.
Good.
Light cannon, 3d6 mega piercing damage.
okay.
I forgot I had the handout. One of the turret blows up to smithereens.
Awesome. And then, does anyone want to do anything before she takes another shot?
Oh, I'm going for a walk, Captain. I'll be back shortly.
All right, you do you. You do you. And I guess, do we want to go ahead and have Whitney do her second shot?
Sure.
Okay.
It's gonna be a miss with a 12.
Okay. Oh, and we should have had the engineer do her directing the power thing before that. Oh well,
Yeah, it's
that
fine.
would have been the smart thing to do, Justin.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to because locate creatures still up. They still have concentration going. I know roughly how far away it is from me at the moment.
Yep.
How far away is it from me at the moment?
It's 800 feet in a straight line.
Oh, that's good. I close as much space on my ship as I can. And cast Dimension Door 500 feet in that straight line.
You reappear inside the Sepulture Star. And in
By
front
yourself.
of you, by yourself, in front of you is this massive, fleshy orb with one central eye and 8 smaller eyeballs connected to tentacles.
Peace
It's
out!
just-
I void step. 20 feet behind him.
That's that's not something that you just walk into.
Yeah, well, I'm running.
You're running behind it.
Well, do I see? I mean, like,
You, from where you are, you do not see the other. It's just a mess of corridors and rooms. You're at the intersection of 2 corridors. There's 2 rooms next to you. I forgot to describe that. 2 rooms next to you. They look like they were holding cells for creatures. And then there's at the intersection in front of you the beholder, and the intersection goes left, right, and
well, I still
past
know where the object is.
yeah, it would be past it.
Directly past it.
Yeah.
So I cast void step, puts me 20 feet behind it, and keeps running.
All right. So you're 50 feet behind them.
Yep.
After your turn. All right. Eddard.
Thank you for that bonus action.
I suppose I fly casual. I don't know what's going on with her. She didn't exactly say what she was doing, so I'm expecting her to come back.
All
I-
right.
I would have. I can tell you as I'm running. It's like hold the farm for me. Keep the engine running. Shouldn't be that long. We're taking our time. Also, there's some very interesting things in here, and you might want to be prepared for that.
I'm still piloting a ship. I'm trying. You know what? I'm going to cut the communication with Kireshi for a second. I'm going to try to hail the station. I mean, they've opened fire on us. Then maybe they can figure out What's happening?
You hail the station, and someone picks up and says, "I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're doing, but get away from our space."
Stop shooting us.
I'm gonna like kind of jump into the communication and be like, "This is Captain Anda Hilltopple with the Sepka Knights. Can you please stop shooting at us?"
And if you truly are with us, I suggest you duck down and you come help us with whatever's happening inside.
Okay, you gonna stop firing?
And the turrets,
Oh, good.
the last remaining 2 turrets.
All right, and I'm gonna then. All right, we'll be there shortly to help you out. Where do you want us to dock?
They give you a dock number 13.
Perfect.
You
All
guys
right.
should come back aboard the ship now. We
And-
are docking.
Can I roll insight to see if I suspect this person?
Sure, you can.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Insight. Time to turn on the bullshit meter. 18.
18. No, they're actually in such a state of emergency that they don't have time to lie or to try to trick you or anything. It seems like something's going down at the Sepulchre Star. And,
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, Ed, take us down. Dock 13. And then as soon as I cut communication with the person that we were talking to,
Mhm.
I remember what Oldun said, Ed, because communication's down. There's an assassin waiting for us.
Right?
Ed.
Captain, I'll meet you down there.
Sounds good.
So before we... Yes?
Go ahead.
Because I still have... Okay. I still have my turn. And that's what the last thing we're going to do before we end tonight's episode. And then we'll start back in the middle of the action next week. But the Beholder gets to play.
Oh.
Behold.
And so... we'll fire 3 rays at Kevichet. Ray number 10, 6, and 3.
Gross.
I'm dead.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Yes, I can. It's a
Oh
10.
my-
I'm dead.
You take 55 points of necrotic damage.
I'm not dead. I'm very close to dead, but I'm not dead. Thank you for...
That was ray number 10, the death ray.
Yeah, thank you. Doing math in my head. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you have
Oh.
like resistance to necrotic, don't you?
Since when?
Maybe I'm misremembering things. Never mind.
I mean, like, I would love it, but I don't recall that. I mean, oh no, I don't get that yet. That's like 18th level or something.
Probably. Yeah, it's my brain's. I've been writing on dark matter for a minute now. Things get, mushy sometimes.
I'm still alive.
You're still alive, then make a strength saving throw against the next ray. You succeed. You are not restrained and not telekinetically flung anywhere.
That's good.
And now make a wisdom saving throw.
Which I make at advantage because we had Heroes Feast.
Yes.
It's a 28.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you're not frightened.
And I'm immune to frighten anyways.
Good. That
Because of Heroes Feast.
will end tonight's episode as these 3 rays strike at the back of Kebichet. And,
She dodges the first one and tries to dodge the first one. She hits it and it takes her, but she powers through the other 2.
yeah. So what's gonna happen next week? I don't know.
I have to do one last thing though. Wait, no, I didn't. What did I roll?
Why a con save?
Oh no, I didn't have to roll that. Wow. What did I do? Oh, I
Oh
thought
yeah,
I
for your concentration. Yes, you. But you
concentration
failed.
fails. Concentration fails.
Yeah, because you took 55 anyway. So I'd be surprised if
Yeah.
you had succeeded.
No, but that's okay. I'm okay.
So, let's go around the table. How are we doing? Tonight was
What?
I did not expect a beholder, but I can expect something like that.
I mean, I did, but more just Cabochette bamfing into there without any. Oh my goodness.
I said there's the creature, we're gonna go get it, and we're like, we're gonna fight. Okay, I'm just gonna go get it. And you guys are okay, nope, none of you are
Yeah.
busy.
So, I mean, I kind of had a feeling that I didn't know if it was going to be this time or another time in the future, but I knew Simon would eventually punish us for skipping the dungeons.
I'm not punishing you. You just happened to bamf at the last level, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, not necessarily punish us and be like, oh, I'm going to change things up because they did the thing, but just be like, hey, I'm just going to put something dangerous next to the thing that they're trying to get.
It's
She cut
okay.
in line?
That's
All right.
pretty.
Well,
That's pretty typical.
I did it too with the mastermind AI aboard the
Mhm.
Gambler's Fallacy,
Yeah.
And I took that away from you too.
and you ruined it.
Hey,
Um,
I mean, that's what gadgeteers do, man.
But
you know?
this time you
Blue
don't
screen,
have your
haha.
dragon,
Yeah,
and
but
you
I
cannot
still
blue screen an aberration.
no. But you know what I can do to that aberration?
Mm?
I can
Banish.
put that aberration in my banish or in my void pocket. One of two options at the moment.
Well,
Remember, it's looking at you. There's an anti-magic cone.
Oh yeah.
Run.
That's also not cool.
I'm running, but that's fine. It's fine.
But
It's fine.
we'll see, because the anti-magic cone wasn't up this turn because it fired rays at you.
Mhm.
So one thing to consider and
Oh, it has to get
remember for-
activated, right? Yeah.
Well, it's because if it turns in the same direction it's firing its rays at, it cancels
Oh.
out the rays.
Yeah, and I'm still 55 feet ahead of it and running.
Well, the cat has has sensed that is the end.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going to die.
I'm good. I'm like really good.
So, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you. I will start with Mr. Ed Arcade.
You can find me on the good old Twitterverse at _Gambit, as it's been scrolling on the screen. And you can find me next week right here, where we will run for our lives. Well, one of us will run for our lives. The rest of us are going to be wondering what's going on.
Yep.
And then run to go save that life.
Doxy.
I'm Eddie Freeman. You can find me on the Twitters at Pixel Pirate, the first E being a 3, as you've probably seen on the screens and all that good stuff. And I will be on some adventures of my own starting next week and for the next little while. But I'll be here next week, but I'll probably be in an airport. So that'll be fun. And then yeah. You can find me on the Twitterverse and follow along.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Kebachet.
Hello, all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter or Proxagora Thesmiophoria, as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. Kebachet has some issues that she's dealing with right now, and she's fine. It'll be fine. But as for me, you can find me back here on Friday for some adventures in Castle Falkenstein, which is just hilarity and lovely, and you should come watch. And then on Saturday, I get to be in charge for some Vampire the Masquerade here, as someone decided to disarm, literally, a Bruja and then leave him alive.
Yep.
Fun.
Oh, I'm playing my first Masquerade game on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
I have not figured out anything about my character.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
It's gonna suck.
But as for me, you can find me on Twitter,
Oh.
and I always post where I'm going to be. It'll be great. It'll be great.
And last but certainly not least, Captain.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the community manager for Mage Hand Press. This is the only game that I'm streaming this season. Who knows, maybe I'll have some guest spots somewhere. Nothing planned yet. So we wrote Dark Matter. It's a whole lot of fun. I try and keep all the rules straight, but it gets a little mushy after you've been working on a project constantly for over a year now. But the book is about to be in print. It's super exciting. And when the book comes to print, it'll be available on our store if you missed out on the Kickstarter. And there is a code that Wandering DM has that will apply to everything, including the physical purchase of this book.
Yeah, it's currently in chat. It is called code Wandering DM, and it gets you 50% off of anything you buy at the Mage and Press store.
Yeah, so 15% off. Real easy. Just use that code. And, we have plenty of stuff from the Wild West meets Magic. We call it Weird West. Fae Folio for everything you need for Fae, and Dark Matter for the Sci-Fi 5e expansion.
Yep. And I am Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those of you who have donated. Thank you to those of you watching the VOD on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated. Thank you players for accepting to play in the game tonight. I hope you had lots of fun. I know I did. And before we leave, let's raid our friends over at Scraticus. And go say hi to, I think they're doing a new player game tonight.
No, I believe it's Apothesis, which is run by McKinsey, if I recall correctly.
Oh, well then let's go say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we'll see you again next week. Ciao, everyone.